In the world of royalty, where tradition reigns supreme, Princess Beatrice's latest revelation about her new baby has set the media ablaze and left Buckingham Palace utterly shocked. This wasn't Princess Beatrice's first child, nor had she given birth to an heir to the throne. But what she revealed about her baby journey has left the royal family and the public completely stunned. Was she even meant to disclose something so personal, knowing her position within the royal family? Join us as we uncover the story that has Buckingham Palace reeling. Princess Beatrice and her husband, Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, announced the birth of their second child, sending shockwaves through royal circles. The timing left everyone speechless, barely 9 months after revealing they were expecting. But here's where things get truly mysterious. Buckingham Palace had officially announced in October that the couple were expecting their bundle of joy in early spring. Yet suddenly, the baby arrived just 4 months after the announcement. Why was this so? What happened behind palace walls? This unexpected turn of events has sparked countless speculations and rumors throughout the United Kingdom. Royal insiders are whispering, and the public is demanding answers. Stay with us as we reveal the true story behind this royal mystery. Buckingham Palace initially announced that Princess Beatrice would welcome her new baby in early spring. However, she gave birth much earlier than anyone anticipated. While the exact delivery date wasn't disclosed to the public initially, one thing became crystal clear. Princess Beatrice had given birth to a premature baby. What the public didn't know was that this wasn't entirely unexpected. Behind closed doors, doctors had warned Princess Beatrice about potential complications during her pregnancy. To ensure her well-being and that of her unborn child, Beatrice was strongly advised to avoid stress and preferably remain at home resting. This medical advice completely changed the family's Christmas plans. Instead of their traditional holiday visit to Edoardo's parents in Italy, they stayed in the UK. The princess attended the monarchy's traditional pre-Christmas feast at Buckingham Palace, and later joined the family gathering at Sandringham Estate on Christmas Day. Then, less than a month later, the unexpected happened. Princess Beatrice gave birth to her second daughter, a baby who arrived approximately 4 months earlier than the timeline suggested by the October announcement. King Charles and Queen Camilla's office announced the baby's birth a week later with an official statement on social media. While congratulations poured in, so did questions from a confused public. Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrice and Mr. Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi are delighted to announce the safe arrival of their daughter. Princess Beatrice and her husband Edoardo have welcomed their first child, a baby girl, Athena Elizabeth Rose. Mapelli Mozzi, born on Wednesday, January 22nd at 12:57 p.m. at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital, London. To address the swirling speculation, an additional statement explained the circumstances behind Princess Beatrice's early delivery. The baby was born weighing just 4 pounds 5 ounces, significantly lower than the average full-term baby weight of 7 to 8 pounds. While Athena's premature arrival shocked the world, the royal family was overjoyed to welcome their newest member. Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, the baby's grandparents, were especially delighted. Following the palace announcement, Edoardo shared a heartfelt message on Instagram. Athena Elizabeth Rose Mapelli Mozzi. We welcomed baby Athena into our lives last week. She is tiny and perfect. We are all, including Wolfie and Sienna, already completely besotted with her. Our hearts are overflowing with love for you, baby Athena. He also expressed profound gratitude to the exceptional medical staff at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital for their outstanding care of both his wife and daughter. The post included a touching image of baby Athena raising her tiny hand to her face, dressed in a white outfit and snuggled in a pink blanket. Though born prematurely, the baby appeared healthy. Beyond the unusual circumstances of her birth, Athena's name carries deep significance. Athena draws inspiration from the ancient Greek goddess of war and wisdom. Her middle name, Elizabeth, honors the late Queen Elizabeth, and creates a special connection with her big sister Sienna, who shares the same middle name. While the meaning behind Rose hasn't been publicly revealed, roses traditionally symbolize beauty, passion, and love. After that first Instagram picture, baby Athena wasn't seen publicly again for 2 months. What happened during this critical time? 2 months after Athena's premature birth, Princess Beatrice bravely opened up about her experience in a heartfelt interview with British Vogue, coinciding with Mother's Day. She began with words that resonated with parents everywhere. Nothing prepares you for the moment when you realize your baby is going to arrive early. She described being left with thousands of questions racing through her mind. Would the baby be healthy? Would there be complications? How would she manage her family while trying to keep her tiny human safe? Beatrice admitted these questions weighed heavily on her, despite being surrounded by world-class medical professionals. The fear of the unknown was overwhelming. Unlike her first pregnancy with Sienna, which had progressed smoothly, this journey was filled with unexpected challenges and profound lessons. Early routine scans had revealed that the baby needed close monitoring, preparing the couple for a potential early arrival. Beatrice described the process as humbling, opening her eyes to aspects of the human body she'd never fully understood before. She passionately stated that women's health has been neglected on the global agenda. Despite taking every precaution during pregnancy, preterm birth can still occur, highlighting the urgent need for greater attention to women's health issues. Beatrice expressed immense gratitude for the knowledgeable doctors, midwives, and nurses who worked tirelessly to understand the unique complications of preterm pregnancies. Yet, despite having this exceptional healthcare team, she couldn't help worrying about what might go wrong. Her greatest fear, giving birth too early, became reality when Athena arrived weeks before her due date. In her own emotional words, Beatrice described Athena as so tiny, and revealed it took weeks for the tears of relief to dry and for life with their healthy baby to feel real. As she and Edoardo watched their daughter receive specialized neonatal care, she recalled how Athena's feet were almost the same size as her daughter's bunny's paws. Today, Princess Beatrice happily reports that Athena is healthy and growing stronger each day. However, she still doesn't have a precise explanation for what caused the preterm birth. This life-changing experience has ignited a powerful passion in Beatrice to join the fight against preterm birth. She's determined to find answers to the questions that plagued her during pregnancy and help others facing similar challenges. Princess Beatrice has transformed her experience into meaningful action. She's now a patron of Born, an organization dedicated to ending preterm birth through groundbreaking research. In all of the work that I'm doing, I want to make sure that young people feel like they have the tools. It is such a great tool for access. Rather than being defeated by Athena's early arrival, Beatrice has turned it into a vision for change. The public has responded with overwhelming support, praising her bravery and honesty and acknowledging that no one, not even royalty, is immune to the challenges of preterm birth. Her openness has encouraged other women to share their own preterm birth experiences, creating a powerful community of support. While the royal family isn't particularly known for discussing preterm births, Athena isn't the first royal baby to arrive early. On November 8, 2003, the Countess of Wessex, Sophie, gave birth to Lady Louise 4 weeks before her due date. Weighing just 4 pounds 9 ounces, Louise's birth came with serious complications. Sophie suffered significant blood loss due to internal bleeding during delivery. As a result, baby Louise was transferred to the regional neonatal unit at St. George's Hospital in Tooting, while Sophie had to remain 35 miles away at Frimley Hospital in Surrey for 16 days. Interestingly, when Buckingham Palace released a statement, they didn't mention the premature birth. They simply stated that both mother and daughter were stable and described the hospital transfer as a precautionary measure. It wasn't until 2015 that Duchess Sophie revealed that her daughter was born preterm. Speaking at the launch of a film called A Life with Sight, which featured premature babies suffering from vision problems, Sophie recalled how Louise was born with a vision impairment. In a heartfelt speech, she shared that whenever she saw preterm babies, it took her back to those early days with her own child. She described being shocked by Louise's early arrival, as everything had seemed fine during pregnancy. The realization that her daughter would have an eye condition they would have to manage was heartbreaking. Lady Louise was born with a condition called strabismus, where the eyes cannot align properly, a common issue in preterm babies. According to Sophie, babies often have squints because the eyes are one of the last things to fully develop. Though Louise now has perfect vision after undergoing corrective surgery in 2013, Buckingham Palace never officially confirmed the procedure. They remained characteristically silent, without updating the public on Lady Louise's surgery. While there has been no news about Athena suffering from any effects of premature birth, one can only hope she's thriving without complications. Just as Duchess Sophie's experience with her daughter's eye condition inspired her to become a patron of the International Agency for the Prevention of Blindness and a global ambassador for Vision 2020, Princess Beatrice's journey with Athena has sparked a new chapter of advocacy. Since Athena's birth, Beatrice has thrown herself into charitable work directly related to what her daughter faced. She became actively involved with Born, a charity dedicated to ending premature birth and funding crucial research. To mark her new role with Born, she made her first public appearance with Edoardo on March 6th, attending Born's Wonderland Gala at the Victoria and Albert Museum. She shared that this initiative was incredibly personal to her given Athena's birth. Beatrice highlighted a startling statistic. Over 60,000 babies are born prematurely each year in the UK alone, with little information or research explaining why. This knowledge gap has fueled her commitment to supporting Born's groundbreaking research on preventing preterm births. Professor Mark Johnson, the founder of Born, expressed profound gratitude for Princess Beatrice's dedication, stating that her support would be instrumental in raising awareness and advancing efforts to prevent premature births. But Beatrice didn't stop there. She collaborated with her friend Alice Naylor Leyland to create a beautiful baby shower collection for Mrs. Alice, aptly named the HRH Princess Beatrice Baby Shower Collection, a pastel-perfect line of party wear. This collection is much more than just pretty plates and decorations. It raises vital funds for Born, supporting research and awareness for preterm birth. Beatrice revealed that the idea came from late-night discussions about fertility, surrogacy, pregnancy, and motherhood. During the launch, 2 framed photos of Athena were prominently displayed, one showing her as a preterm baby, originally shared on Instagram after her birth, and another showing her in the same outfit and blanket, cuddled next to a plush bunny. This was the very bunny Beatrice mentioned when she described Athena's feet as being almost the same size as its paw. Princess Beatrice's dedication to helping others began long before Athena's birth. From a young age, she expressed her desire to use her royal position to make a difference. At just 18, she voiced her ambition to assist those in need through philanthropy. Though she had already participated in charity work alongside her mother, Sarah Ferguson, she wanted to pursue causes that were personally meaningful. In April 2010, Beatrice broke royal tradition by becoming the first member of the royal family to complete the London Marathon. This wasn't just for personal achievement. She ran to raise money for Children in Crisis, an organization supporting children with life-shortening conditions. In 2011, during Prince William's wedding, Beatrice wore a striking fascinator that became one of the event's most talked-about accessories. Seizing the opportunity, she later auctioned it on eBay for an astonishing £81,000, donating the proceeds to UNICEF and Children in Crisis. In April 2013, she became the royal patron of the Helen Arkell Dyslexia Center, a charity she credits with helping her overcome her own academic challenges resulting from dyslexia. In 2016, Beatrice, her mother, and her sister Eugenie collaborated with British contemporary artist Teddy M to create the first royal contemporary art painting titled Royal Love. This masterpiece was exhibited and sold in London, with proceeds benefiting Children in Crisis. In 2017, she promoted the anti-bullying book Be Cool, Be Nice, sharing her experiences of being bullied for her fashion choices during early adulthood and encouraging people to not be afraid to stand out. Throughout all her philanthropic work, her compassion for children shines through, as most of her initiatives focus on children's well-being. Princess Beatrice Elizabeth Mary was born on August 8, 1988, to Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah Ferguson. Interestingly, her parents delayed announcing her name for about 2 weeks, unusual for royal tradition, where names are typically revealed sooner. When Beatrice was 7, her parents divorced but maintained joint custody. Despite their separation, they fostered a close relationship, frequently traveling together with their children and co-parenting effectively. Beatrice attended Upton House School in Windsor for her early education and later enrolled at St. George's School in Ascot in 2002. However, she faced significant academic challenges due to dyslexia, which was diagnosed when she was 7. Reading, writing, and spelling were particularly difficult as she struggled with processing the phonological components of language. As a result, she delayed taking her GCSE exams by a year but ultimately passed. This experience motivated her to become a patron of the Helen Arkell Dyslexia Center, which had helped her manage her learning difficulties. In 2008, Beatrice pursued a degree in history at Goldsmiths, University of London, graduating with a 2:1. Eager to gain work experience, she took on various roles, including working as a sales assistant at Selfridges and interning at the Foreign Office's press office without receiving a salary. She later worked as a paid intern at Sony Pictures before eventually resigning. Princess Beatrice then moved to New York City, where she took on a full-time role as Vice President of Partnerships and Strategy at Affinity. In 2020, Beatrice married Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, an Italian aristocrat and her longtime family friend. Their parents had known each other for years, which helped their relationship develop naturally. Before finding each other, both had experienced serious long-term relationships. From 2011 to 2016, Beatrice dated Dave Clark, but their relationship ended because he was uncertain about marriage after nearly a decade together. Beatrice felt she had invested years in a relationship that wasn't progressing toward her desire to settle down. They briefly separated to reconsider their future, but the relationship ended when Dave was spotted dining with a woman named Lynn. Less than 20 months later, he proposed to Lynn, confirming his chapter with Beatrice was truly over. Meanwhile, Edoardo had been engaged to Dara Huang, with whom he shared a son, Christopher Wolfe. Their engagement ended when things weren't working out, giving Beatrice and Edoardo the chance to reconnect. Their reunion was natural as they moved in the same social circles and had mutual friends who reintroduced them. They began spending more time together, initially keeping their relationship private. Close friends were aware, but it wasn't until a palace insider revealed details to the media that rumors about their romance began to circulate. Confirmation came in December 2019, when Beatrice and Edoardo publicly acknowledged their relationship. Meanwhile, Edoardo's ex-fiancée Dara took to Instagram to express that she was moving forward, focusing on the future, rather than dwelling on the past. As Beatrice and Edoardo made more public appearances together, Buckingham Palace officially announced their engagement on September 26, 2019. A royal wedding was in the making. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, their wedding plans faced multiple postponements. Originally scheduled for May 29, 2020, they eventually held an intimate ceremony on July 17, 2020, at the Royal Chapel of All Saints at Windsor. In marrying Edoardo, Beatrice also embraced his son Christopher Wolfe as her own. Dara later praised the couple for how they were raising Christopher, emphasizing that he was surrounded by positive influences, making co-parenting easier. Over the years, Christopher has been photographed attending royal events and has been fully integrated into the family. Together, Beatrice and Edoardo have welcomed 2 daughters. In October 2021, they had their first child, Athena Elizabeth Mapelli Mozzi. Then, on January 22, 2024, they welcomed their tiny preterm baby, Athena Elizabeth Mapelli Mozzi. While few pictures of Athena have been released since her birth and little is known about any potential complications related to her premature arrival, one thing is certain: her birth has already inspired her mother to take action in supporting causes that help preterm babies. Princess Beatrice's journey with baby Athena reveals a deeply personal side of royal life, rarely seen by the public. Her willingness to share her experience with premature birth has not only humanized the royal family, but has also brought much-needed attention to an issue affecting thousands of families each year. From facing her own challenges with dyslexia, to running marathons for charity, from navigating high-profile relationships to finding true love, and now from experiencing the fear of premature birth to advocating for change. Princess Beatrice has proven herself to be a royal who leads with her heart. As Athena grows under the watchful eye of her loving parents, her very existence has already made a profound impact, inspiring a movement that may one day prevent other families from experiencing the anxiety and uncertainty of premature birth. What do you think of Princess Beatrice's courageous announcement about baby Athena? Have you or someone you know experienced a preterm birth? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this important conversation going. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe for more royal updates, and click on the next video.